We are now live on YouTube and Facebook, and we are now live on Instagram. What is going on, y'all? Just got done working out. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm stinky, I'm sexy. What does that look for? You don't agree? You don't think I'm sexy? Anyways, what's going on, y'all? Everybody's jumping on here. Let me get something to drink real quick. You talk to him, babe.
Weirdo. No, thank you.
Thank you. You want to try one of these?
No, thank you.
All right.
I feel like one of those reels that's like, I wonder what that mom would look like if she took her mom bun out. And they're like, this is what I would look like. That's funny.
All right. I haven't gotten much vlog footage today. Let me get some vlog footage real quick here.
Really? On the live?
Yeah, let me get some vlog footage on the live. Let's do this real time. All right, y'all, what's going on? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, and we are way behind on the vlog today. I think I've only gotten one clip, and today's just been crazy. We've lost power in the building like 5 or 6 times. We're currently doing the live at 5 on our Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and Crystal is running the show. We got our Instagram going, we got our YouTube and Facebook going, and I'm going to get back to the live at 5. So,
Robert's talking
We'll see y'all
so
next
loud,
time.
right? Rigel's going to wake up.
all right, so we are going to chit chat about the 4,000 calorie 21 day challenge because I'm doing it again. It's something I did back in 2017 after I saw Jason Woodrock do it. I wanted to do it after doing my competition prep. That's the one I got my pro card in. And then after that, I was watching Jason's vlog series and I'm like, 4,000 calorie challenge, that sounds pretty enticing. I want to eat 4,000 calories. And that's what we're doing again right now. Crystal's doing it with me. Maybe not.
Definitely not doing it with him.
Definitely not doing it with me. But I am doing 4,000 calories, 21 days again, and I'm vlogging the whole thing. The vlog started on Monday, but I'm doing like a 1 week lead time before I publish it. So started vlogging daily on Monday, and it will start getting published on this coming Monday. So I'm basically gonna be a week ahead of my shooting, if that makes sense. All right, let's dive into some of these questions. Shannon Bailey, what's up, Shannon? Congrats on the baby. Thank you so very much. She's over here kind of sleeping, but not really sleeping. How you doing, babe?
Oh, we're doing good.
Did you do your resistance bands
No.
at the house? Hadn't done those yet? Are you gonna do those?
I don't know.
Are they getting away from you a little bit?
Yes.
No rest for the wicked when you're breastfeeding. What's it like breastfeeding?
I like it.
You like it? What do you like about it?
I don't know, just like a cool connection between you two. Like you go from having them in your belly to having them in the world, but then there's still like this one thing that connects you that no one else has, which is kind of cool. And it's kind of cool that like my body can literally keep alive a human.
It is pretty
You know,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
He's kind of getting fussy right now, though.
I know. I can't decide if he's gonna wake up.
He
or
might
he's
need a
sleeping.
diaper change. By the way, these things are the bomb diggity, y'all. They're called Good Idea, and it's a sparkling water, but it's only got amino acids in it. Like I think it's got like a fruit infusion, but there's no calories, no carbs, and it's got aminos. It's got leucine, threonine, lysine, isoleucine, and L-valine. But it's like really, really tasty. I like it a lot. All right, so let's dive into some of these questions here. Candace says, I'm loving the 2,400 calories you have me on, but man, 4,000, I'd feel like I'm a stuffed pumpkin. I kind of feel like I'm a stuffed pumpkin right now. 4,000 calories is definitely a bit more than I like going for. Love your nootropic keto break. It was exactly what I was waiting for. Helped me not gain weight on the 7-day cruise. First time ever, but it sold out. When is it back? All right, so just between us, we have enough ingredients for one more production run of nootropic. Hopefully the crying baby doesn't distract y'all too much. But we have enough ingredients for one more round of nootropic production. So we're going to do that probably next week, depending on how it goes. Can someone with the world's worst muscle building genetics still have a good physique? 100%, absolutely. I honestly have terrible genetics for building muscle. Nobody in my family is built. Nobody in my family has good muscle tone or size or symmetry or anything. They're all super skinny. I was 115 pounds when I started working out. So yeah, genetics definitely play a role, but 100% not a detriment or not a limiting factor in you achieving a quality physique.
Yeah, what is that saying? Something about like genetics, like I don't know what it is. Like a lot of what you do is lifestyle and like nutrition, fitness, all of that kind of stuff. And then but
You whipping it out right here on the live?
no, I have the blanket right there. Just get myself set up.
Doing it here, y'all. Take it out.
But only a small percentage of it is actually genetic. A lot of it is just like what you choose to do with your life, and that's why I feel like a lot of people are like, I'm finding how to change my family because it all starts with you, and then it'll go to your kids, and then it'll go to your kids' kids.
Epigenetics.
Yeah, thank you.
Cameron asks, can some? Wait, I already read the one. My bad, Cameron. Shannon says, why do you do that many calories? All right, so good question. I'm in a building phase right now. I need to make sure that I'm in a caloric surplus. 4,000 calories is most definitely a caloric surplus for me. However, I kind of want to push the envelope and eat a substantial amount over my necessary surplus amount just to kind of get back in the habit of doing so and also get back in the habit of doing more consistent videos. And then when I drop back down to a more realistic surplus for me of about 33, 34, 3,500 calories, my body's metabolic rate will already be kind of ramped up from that stint at 4,000 calories. 115 pounds.
I feel like you've been training harder too lately.
I have definitely been training harder. Yeah, I'm 5'7.5". 5'8". 7.5. What we got over here question wise?
I don't know.
You slacking on your Instagram?
Someone said absolutely amazing. Okay, let's you do it because I can't.
Let me just breastfeed while you do it. When I was 19, I turned office geek. I turned into an office geek, into a weightlifter in 3 months. We did crazy supersets or another world pyramid burnouts, or in another word, pyramid burnouts. I wish I was on keto back then and having smoked meat after the gym. Yeah, there's something that just goes with killing it in the gym and then going home eating a bunch of barbecue or something.
Seriously.
Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
What are the questions we got? I feel like I've done all the talking, babe. You do some talking.
Sorry. I'm in a whole different world right now. We were napping. It was really nice.
You were napping just now?
Uh-huh.
I was working out and you were napping.
Yeah. He's worn me out today.
He's worn you out?
Yeah.
Guess what the InBody said my body fat percentage is?
I was filming you yesterday.
Never mind. This is what happens when you live in a chaotic world. You ask your spouse things that she was right there for, and then you realize that she was right there for it, and then you realize that you have lost your marbles.
Yep.
KetoCon. What's up, Keto Greg 80? Someone that can do meal prep on keto if I compete. Is that a question? Someone that can do meal prep on keto if I compete. I'm not sure if I'm following your question or comment.
Yes, message again. Like, are you asking if there's like a meal prep company or something like that? Yeah. What's the next one say?
You guys are adorable.
We're adorable.
We're adorable. Adorable. What is your keto icing nootropic and how many calories? So it's the same as any other brick from a calorie standpoint. It's still 1,000 calories. I got to sneeze here. Hold on, wait for it. Maybe not. But what's in it, you've got, the standard cacao butter, MCT oil powder, all that good stuff. You've got the whey protein in that one. The nootropic aspect comes from the collaboration we did with Keto Brains, and their blend contains lion's mane mushroom. It contains L-theanine, and it contains alpha GPC, which are all basically neuro enhancement supplements.
Paper. Yeah, you still have questions on that one.
How are you feeling, Mama?
I'm feeling great.
Deep Thoughts by Crystal. She's feeling great.
Some days are harder than others, but most days I feel like it's pretty good, straightforward. I feel like I recovered extremely well, so all is really well in my world.
Just came back to keto, wanting to compete, but factors holding me back is I'm 53 years old, perimenopausal. I have at least 20 pounds to lose, wondering if it's still possible. 100% still possible. I mean, whenever I do a building phase, I'm always about 20 pounds over stage weight. So 20 pounds from stage weight is like a healthy, window there.
Yeah, and if you're 20 pounds heavier than you want to be at starting, I don't know which one it is. If you have like 20 pounds to lose as far as the competition goes, or you're like 20 pounds heavier, but you could always just wait a little bit of time and then compete the next season.
Looking for someone to help me compete while on keto. Gotcha, that was the question.
Compete while you're keto.
Yeah, I can definitely help you do that if you want to go the one-on-one coaching routes. That is pretty much the lifeblood of my coaching, is working with prep athletes with a ketogenic approach. What's good, y'all? Congrats once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's up, man? Beautiful family. We will be talking soon. Yes, indeed. Looking forward to the podcast. Mom looks beautiful. Nobody ever says dad looks beautiful. What's up with this? Will you be making the macadamia nut keto brick without purchasing the variety pack? It's possible. We have done crazier things for sure. My friends that were huge ate 6 to 10 times a day and became diabetic and heart problems. I'm happy I do keto carnivore. I'm doing OMAD. I'm a trucker, and I'm telling people keto changes lives. Keto definitely can change lives. It's changed our lives and many of those that we know for sure. Faux show. What is your keto icing? Wait, I already read that one. What is the flavor of the nootropic? The technical flavor name is nootropic icing, and I think it tastes kind of like cake icing.
It does have like a kind of a fruity undertone, though.
Yeah. Is nootropic going to be a regular? Depends on sales. It's probably not going to be a regular, y'all. Not gonna lie. It's one of the it is the most expensive brick to make. The ingredients in all the bricks are really expensive, but that nootropic blend is a pretty expensive ingredient. So probably won't be a full-time flavor, but I love the Keto Brains company. I love the team there. I would love to do collabs with them as frequently as it makes sense for both parties. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes. Any recommendations on someone to coach me while on keto? If you want to do a prep, I would personally recommend me. I'm probably going to sound biased because this is our live, but I definitely specialize in competition prep coaching.
I don't know if you know, Robert just wrote a book also, like on ketogenic bodybuilding. So it might be worth your while to just go through that book, and then you'll know a lot of how his brain works around competition prep. And then you might be able to decide from that point, like if you want to work with him or if you want to work with someone else. That would be my personal recommendation, which I'm also probably biased because he's my husband, but I definitely think he is the best competition prep coach there is.
The name of the book is Ketogenic Bodybuilding, a natural athlete's guide to competitive savagery. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at ketogenicbodybuilding.com.
You have to.
What?
You have to stop it, or it'll just keep going.
All right.
Wasn't that a question?
That's why it's so good. I love it so much. It is pretty good. Question for Crystal: can I do keto to get pregnant and during pregnancy? I'd love your advice.
Yes, you can. I have been keto for 6 years. I never went off to get pregnant. I stayed keto the entire time prior to pregnancy, during my pregnancy, and post-pregnancy. No carb ups, nothing. Still breastfeeding, all the things. So you definitely can. I would my biggest suggestion is, like, if you're trying to get pregnant, is to do it to keto beforehand. It gets a little bit harder, not harder. it's harder for people to adjust during pregnancy or during breastfeeding because your body is already going through so much, and a lot of people give in to cravings and things like that. But if you know what your plan is, it's a lot easier to kind of stick to that plan.
The book is amazing and contains everything you need to know. Well, thank you so very much. Da-ba-da-ba-dum. Hey, that's my buddy. That's Peter right there. Peter has read the book like, no joke, 47 times.
47.
Yeah, 47 times. That's about right, Peter, right? 47 times that you read it, at least the phase 3. What's your recommendation for keto and heart-related medical information? We are not doctors, and we don't want to play one on the internet. However, when it comes, it depends what your heart conditions and issues and concerns are. Like, I wouldn't be able to give you a good synopsis based off of just any. What is your concerns with the heart as it relates to following a ketogenic diet? I guess let's start there. I'm going to reread the book and grab my highlighter. Keto actually helps women get pregnant. I found out through Dr. Fung and Dr. Berry.
Yep.
Also, make sure you're eating enough calories. Some people are just not eating enough food in general, and that's going to hinder your ability to be pregnant and fertile. Where do I reach out for prep coaching? You can go to my website, which is ketosavage.com. He says it's true. Birth control after Rigel. Sorry if too personal.
Not too personal. We don't do birth control. I went off my birth control 3 years ago.
Yeah, she was doing the pill.
Long time ago.
And then she switched to
an IUD.
A long time ago. And then we got wisened up to the fact that screws up your natural hormone levels, something fierce. So we got off of that and started using the Daisy.
Yeah,
which is just a thermal regulation temperature tracker. Yeah,
so pretty much we do family planning, natural family planning. We kept ourselves not pregnant for 2 years, and then we used it to get pregnant. So we'll be doing the same thing after Rigel. And there is a period of time where you have to be extremely careful because you don't have a regular cycle. You are breastfeeding, but that doesn't technically mean that you're not going to get pregnant. That actually is a time that many people get pregnant on accident. So there is a period of time where you do have to be careful, but there are other ways of preventing that as well, pregnancy as well during this phase. But yeah, we'll do the natural family planning. We'll continue to use the Daisy monitor as well.
And we just have Rigel. We only have one kid. We've only had sex once.
Shut up.
Let's see here.
You have to stop it, or it's going to keep scrolling up, and you have to go back.
I can't do both. That's what you're supposed to be here for.
You just.
How is baby? Any challenges?
Challenges.
He's a milk monster.
He does eat all the time.
When your baby gets teeth, what will you be feeding him? Keto? Yes, we'll definitely be feeding him keto.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to pick someone who we'd probably eat similarly to, it would be the berries.
How many grams of protein do you guys eat?
You're going through these so fast.
Each day on average. With me doing the 4,000 calorie challenge right now, it's anywhere from like 250 to like pretty much like 250 grams of protein, which is a lot. I don't need 250 grams of protein by any means.
I haven't been tracking lately, but I would say my average is probably somewhere between like 150 and 170.
Blake. All right, so no issues, just information on overall heart health on keto. You were also emailing me for questions about some studies. I haven't got a study for you, but with anything and all things heart related, I highly encourage you to follow Dr. Stephen Hussey. I've had him on my podcast, I think 3 times now. So definitely Google Keto Savage Podcast with Dr. Stephen Hussey. Listen to all of those. It's Hussey, I believe. But he's like a heart specialist. He's written multiple books on it. Incredibly smart guy. Every time I talk to him, I learn something new. Definitely check out his content. Crystal, my husband would like to know. Husband Jason would like to know, what are you drinking?
It's Zevia. So this one is the caffeine-free cola. But I love these things. The orange and the probably root beer or cream soda are my favorite. But we can get these at like Kroger, Whole Foods. don't know where else.
I think they all sell now.
Yeah, I would say like a lot of the grocery stores sell them now, but Zevia, and they're delicious. They're just like little sodas.
Delicioso. I love fat. It makes me full. I agree. Thanks, brother. You bet, Blake. All right, we got any more questions? No more questions. We need to pick a question, like
A topic.
we need a topic for next week because we've been really slacking on that. Actually, do you think 5 o'clock still is the best time for this? Or is that the most sensible time? We've been trying to figure out our schedule with the baby, and we've decided that there's no sensible time for anything.
It doesn't really make sense for me to have to come back down here, but if I'm already here once a day.
So, what are you thinking? I feel like most people are not going to want to do it like earlier because they've got work and
I
stuff.
think you should just come home.
Sam's Club and Costco carry Zevia. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
We get ours at Costco. You drink it so fast he couldn't see what it was.
I had already opened it by the time I got in here.
All right, so we'll just keep it at 5 then. Finally caught y'all live. What's up, Wesley? How are you, man?
What if we did it 6? Live at 6.
We just have that. We have a meeting at 7
right.
on Wednesdays.
Yeah, we'll just keep it 5. You just need to be at home.
And live at 5 just rolls off the tongue. You know, live at 5. Live at 6. Doesn't sound right.
Aww.
Is it bad if I eat 85% lean and 15% fat ground beef and 6 eggs every day? I would need to know a lot more about your stats, your body fat, your lean muscle tissue, your activity throughout the day to be able to say if that's good or bad, like that specific quantity. I mean, those meal choices are all good. You might need more, you might need less. You probably would need less if that's all you're eating. You probably need more, but yeah. All right, so yeah, next person to throw a topic out at us. That's what we're going to use for next week because we've been just kind of pulling one out of random thin air.
Thin air.
Is he asleep?
Yep.
All right, you talk to him for a little bit. Let me hold my boy.
Geez. Oh, now he's not.
Oh,
sorry. He's like, Mom.
You just burped.
Probably he just ate. All right. Let's see. How about
your discussion topic? Sodium
level when you're resting and
what does it do for your muscles?
That's pretty good.
So kind of like electrolyte convo. So I can message you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like people message me questions about what their macros should be on DMs, and that's honestly like I would need to like jump on a call with you, like do coaching. Like I don't want to just push people to coaching because I want to be able to help people, but like for me to be able to accurately tell you, hey, look, eat these macros, like we need to work together. Because whenever I'm working with clients, like I have an initial consultation with them, I put them through a questionnaire, like I ask about their history, like it's a lot more involved than just me saying, yeah, eat these macros. So I would need to dive a little deeper.
I had a C-section 8 months ago, have tendinitis on my psoas muscle. It sucks. I can't lift. Oh, no.
Can you click on these when you...
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Gut health. That'd be a good topic for you to talk about.
There's so much to talk about with gut health.
What do you think about Ted Naiman's PE diet? I've had Ted Naiman on the podcast 2 or 3 times. I like Ted Naiman a lot, honestly. People oftentimes like pit us against one another and say, look, Robert, you're high fat. Ted Naiman's high protein. You are like mortal enemies, which is not the case. We honestly have more in common than not. And our general recommendation for what is a good sustainable intake is pretty much around the 1-to-1 intake, which he and I both pretty much eat. He's definitely more liberal with like carbohydrate, and he doesn't really view, like he views carbs and fat as being pretty much synonymous as both being energy. And I get that, and I think it's a very simple version for people that don't really need to optimize and dive in. That's probably a sufficient definition, but I definitely need to optimize more to be able to excel at what I want to do. So I tend to go a little bit deeper than his recommendation. But I think his book is great, especially for people that are just simply wanting to, simplify things.
We have another one that says specifically best ways to return to keto post chemotherapy and radiation. My best suggestion it would be to not go off of it, which I know is so hard.
It is hard in the hospital.
Well, in the hospital, and then also just like when you're not feeling well, like when you are actually getting sick and things like that, sometimes you just need something to settle your stomach. So if that's the case, then that makes it a lot harder. But if you can, and then just choose things that would be helpful, I would totally stick with keto if your doctor, supports that, because it can be so helpful. But I'm writing all of these topics down so that we can like hit them off later.
Thoughts on HIT?
Thoughts on HIT? Should we talk about it now or talk about it on a topic?
We could talk about it on a topic.
Okay.
Hello, Keto Savage family. What's up, Sandra? How are you? Nice, thank you, sir. You bet. What are you doing, Rigel?
Topic: consistent training versus variability training. Keep it the same or mix it up.
I actually just published, I don't know if you've heard it yet, Peter, but the podcast that I just published with Ebenezer was all about that, like that very thing, consistent training versus variability training. Like that was literally the topic of the podcast. So if you haven't listened to that one, definitely give that a listen. That was the one that went live on Monday, I think.
Will the prep coaching go over how much I should eat and what to eat, etc.?
Yeah, the prep coaching, I adjust macros every single week. I give you a sample meal plan that matches your first week's macros. I don't give you a meal plan every single week because I feel like that kind of just pigeonholes people into a corner. But yeah.
Got a little goofball over there.
He likes looking up at ceilings.
Yeah. His hair is also crazy. Got nap time hair. Okay. Your body is looking strong, just like his parents.
He's pretty strong. Like he can support all of his weight standing up already, which is kind of crazy.
I'm trying not to.
He doesn't have the balance, but he has the strength.
Yeah. Your boy's looking strong. Oh, I see. What about Paul Saladino's approach?
I used to love everything Paul Saladino said. And I pretty much used to agree with everything he said. And then he just started going deeper and deeper off the deep end, kind of. I don't know. I don't like talking smack about anybody, but I feel like Saladino's just kind of changed his tune on so many things too frequently for me to really put a whole lot of confidence in anything he says. Because he'll say one thing and then 6 months later it'll be something else. And like I said, I've had Saladino on the podcast. I don't really have any qualms or anything against anybody, but I personally don't subscribe to his dietary. I'm not eating fruit and honey like he's recommended, if that tells you anything. My son loves looking at ceiling fans.
Yeah, that's a thing with babies. I've heard, because people keep asking me if he looks at ceiling fans yet. I thought that was funny. Your podcast is awesome. I learn something new every time. I tell people at the gym, you don't need carbs to work out.
100%. Thanks for listening too.
Just started your book. How does keto prep differ from the standard bro diet approach? Woo!
In lots of ways. In lots of ways. No carbs, no crazy water manipulation, no diuretics. There's just so many things. There's a lot of differences with my prep protocol than what you're going to get in a typical gym bro diet protocol for sure.
Fruit without honey, still not good? We don't. Okay, so I am very different from Robert, and we always try to say, do what you feel best with your body.
You're very different from me?
Yeah. Well, not very different, but I do eat berries. I will eat strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. That is the extent of my fruit, and I'm usually pretty...
And still under probably 30 total grams carbs. I'm
very aware of how much I'm adding to whatever dish I'm going to have, but I usually have it with some sort of fat. So I'll either have it with my yogurt, or I will have it with some heavy cream poured on top, some sort of fat, and usually a little bit of protein in there. So that's usually how I like to pair up my berries. I just like them a lot, and I feel like if I like them and I crave them, then I should probably allow myself to eat them. So Robert does not ever eat them, though. He is not a berry eater. I am a berry eater, but I feel it like there's no necessary reason for me to have oranges, bananas, apples, watermelon, cantaloupe, all of those other fruits. There's just so much sugar in them and not really any benefits that I can see for my body. Thank you.
All right. That is all she wrote, y'all. We're 30
All
minutes
she
deep,
wrote.
and I think I gotta change the diaper. So I'm gonna go change the diaper, and we will see y'all. We got a list of topics for the next few weeks, so we're gonna dive into those. How to improve leptin sensitivity. I feel like I eat too much, even if it's just steak or something else from an animal. All right, so leptin sensitivity. And then what's the one right beneath that?
Sorry.
Um,
It says the know-it-alls at the gym have big bellies and don't want to listen about the keto carnivore way of life. I bet they do 12-ounce curls on the weekends.
Exactly. They're armchair quarterbacks. Armchair quarterbacks.
Funny.
All right, y'all. Ta-ta for now. Toodaloo. Adios. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Someone said nightly eating. I'll write that down.